Dear all, do what await should be the whole of the law. Why does the book of the law matter? Why this book and not another one? Do we really need it? Do we really need another God, or any God for that matter? Friedrich Nietzsche in Zarathustra said, "He who cannot obey himself will be commanded," end quote, which is certainly true, but it is very, very difficult to obey ourselves directly, as we all know. On the other hand, idols, gods, from the Greek eidolon, meaning reflex, provide a clever approach to such an issue. Carl Jung, in his unbelievably amazing The Red Book, wrote, "It is wise that one has a God. This serves for your perfection," end quote. And the God, the eidolon, the reflex of ourself, the mask, is something that we can create or choose, so endorse all the qualities we want for our own convenience. So it is indeed wise that we have a good God and we stick to it. So in the case of the Book of the Law, we have a striking work of art that serves precisely this purpose. So let's get down to brass tacks, listing 8 reasons why the Book of the Law matters and why it is unlike any other. 1. The first thing about the Book of the Law is that it is a revelation of a couple. It is the very first revelation of its kind, in the sense that it doesn't come alone from a man or alone from a woman, but comes from both together, following an intense period of sexual activity. No other book with this particular content has ever been written in this way. It is the very first of its kind. 2. The character of its author, Aleister Crowley, of course, plays a vital role. He was a modern man, openly bisexual, adventurous, a drug user, prolific writer and poet, unbelievably ambitious and narcissistic enough to go that far to invest himself with the title of prophet, founding a new religion and holding to it throughout his life. He was a genius for its time, and he pushed the boundaries of being that the majority today don't even know they exist. 3. Another striking thing about the Book of the Law is that it's the book of the law. It's more a legislative or military text than not a religious one. Of course, although there is a fundamental mystic energy that engulfs the whole book, but its fundamental core is just one: conquest. We will see what and how in the next videos, but the most important thing to remember here is the juridical, warlike approach fused with the spiritual one, totally resonating the tantric tradition. 4. Here comes the image of the god, the aspect of the agent of conquest. At the beginning of the 3rd chapter we read, "Now let it be first understood that I am a god of war and of vengeance." And at the end of the same chapter, "I am the hawk-headed lord of silence and of strength." To cut story short, to adopt a name that everybody knows, the god of the Book of the Law is Horus, and Horus is the god of king and kingship, god of war, expansion and protection. But why having a god of war? Because its qualities are definitely the ones we want to have, more than the other qualities of the other gods. These are awareness, attention, alertness, focus, concentration, patience, mindfulness, just to name a few. But also strength, endurance, tactic, strategy, language, communication, competence, and so on and on. All qualities related to war and conquest, without which we would surely fail in the campaign. And failure in war means death, or even worse, slavery. So, vice versa, those qualities are then synonymous with victory, life, freedom. And maybe, more than most, Rahorkuit is a god of wisdom. 5. This is a very original one. Please follow me. The Book of the Law is the only book ever that mingles together the vastness of the cosmic web with mankind's deepest humanity. There is no other book in the entire world like that. It is new. Of course, there are many other works of art that exquisitely illustrate the same topic. It's crossing my mind at this moment The Marriage of Heaven and Hell by William Blake. But here heaven presents itself as the infinite space of the infinite stars, which is the universe itself. And it says that the apostle of it is the beast, which is the wildest, most primitive form of being of human existence. We are animal to the core, man. Not just animal, but bloody cruel animal. It was precisely this quality that allowed us to survive throughout human histories. Those 2 dimensions or elements, forever at the antipodes, the universe and the beast, the God and the devil, in the Book of the Law are intimately related and entwined, offering an entirely new perspective on the whole matter of the initiation. And so the Book of the Law constitutes a root and branch spiritual reform. 5. The book also is responsible for a new revaluation of what a woman is. Investing her with the title of Scarlet Woman in its pages, it targets and takes away one by one any possible veil that tradition, religion, and the woman herself put on her. More importantly, now she is the bridge, not only the bridge to the supreme achievement, like the hall of Fenris Stork from which Prometheus stole the fire from the gods, but she now is the recipient itself of that fire. To her, all the power is given, although this is everything but unconditional. And how all this is phrased and developed in the book is absolutely revolutionary. 7. It is also very important that the apparent irrationality, disconnection of the text, of the verses of the text, which is a perfect mirror for new and unexplored possibility. The book has been written employing automatic writing, using the stream of consciousness, and being this the case, it displays remarkable purity. I remember I had a friend who told me after we read together the book in one shot that the text was gibberish. But that is exactly the point. Who decides what is genius and sophisticated and what is gibberish? According to which value and standard? Jung, always in the Red Book, that is a book that I have often in my close to my bed before sleeping, he wrote, "Disorder and meaninglessness are the mother of order and meaning. If you marry the order to the chaos, you produce the divine child, the supreme meaning beyond meaning and meaninglessness." End quote. So this gibberish, this meaninglessness, nothing else is but a link, a bridge that conducts to infinite shades of meaning. 8. The last reasons of this short list is maybe the most important. The Book of the Law is a key to initiation via sex and the cultivation of sexual energies. So it is a modern tantra in the most practical form. It deals straightforwardly with tantric elements in a new way, providing the quickest method to enlightenment and power, which is now here, up for grabs. And the only condition to grab it is being committed to your personal path without imitating anyone, and find your own way in doing the things in your own way and be committed to it. So blessed are you actually in hearing all this, and more blessed are the one of us who have the Book of the Law, this compass for our life in our path. There are obviously many other reasons why the Book of the Law matters and why it is unlike any other, but these are the first one that crossed my mind in writing this video. Please feel free to leave a comment and write why for you the Book of the Law is important, and subscribe if you want to know more about the Book of the Law. And loving you and their will, let me remind you, there is just one way, and that is your way. Ciao.